On this week's Karate Technique Tuesday, let's make your front stance movements from looking like this to this. Let's get started. Hi guys, I'm Yusuke, karate coach in Japan, and thank you so much for checking out today's video. Today is the episode 2 of this month's Karate Technique Tuesday, which we have been covering the topic of knee drop, or hizaonuku in Japanese. Today I'll be adding additional points continuing from our last episode, and the key point for today's video is going to be moving your shin like a fidget spinner. So this is going to be something I think that's going to complement last week's episode. So please watch that first, get a general understanding of what drop I'm talking about, and watch this video. Let's get started. So last week we discussed how to drop in the same spot, like this, and connecting it to a kokusudachi or a stance with the weight on the back leg. So we took an example of heian nidan, I believe. This motion, you can do it slowly, like squatting down. But if you use this drop, you can drop down to this position a lot faster, like you see on screen right now. Today's topic is going to be moving forward. So changing the weight from here, actually shifting it to another direction. So the key word, like I mentioned, move your shin like a fidget spinner. Let me explain it with an object. I'm sorry I didn't have any fidget spinner at my house, but let's just assume this is the fidget spinner. So this is the middle, these are the two ends. So how this works is, you spin this end, and then the other end moves, right? Like this. The center is here, and there are two ends. Imagine this as your knee, this as your feet. You want to drop the knee, and not just drop, but also move this side. Let's start off with a very easy exercise. So from here, I'd like you to stand up in a zenkusudachi, front stance. The width, the length doesn't really matter. Make sure you just have the weight at the front. I covered this in detail in my group lesson as well, but what I'd like you to do is to keep the weight at the front. And from here, I'd like you to release your feet back this way. Using this shift, I'd like you to drop forward. Okay, from here, up and step forward. What's happening is your weight is here at the front, the barrier is here, you're breaking the barrier, and you're shifting forward. That's what you're doing right now. So give that a try. Get this feeling of dropping forward and not in the same spot. We're still on the same principle, same theory on dropping, so make sure you get that first. And from here, I think you can see how if you make this the center point, the knee is moving forward and this is moving back like this, just like a fidget spinner. That's where I use the phrase fidget spinner from. So this is your foot, your knee moving like this. So what I'd like you to do this time, picture that, and you move your leg like a fidget spinner. However, when you actually move, when you actually spar, it's pretty unrealistic to draw back the leg to move. Yes, if the opponent's a little bit closer, you can do that. However, if you like to have the same reach as your normal punch, as your normal kick, however, to implement this drop, you cannot do this. So what you do is you do this internally within the body. This is such high level and very complicated things that I don't think anybody talks about on YouTube. So I'd like you to listen carefully, and congratulations for finding this video. But what's happening is, first, when you're in the front stance here, the weight, listen carefully, the weight is around here. It's not completely at the front, but it's around the middle. What you do is you're going to shift that from here to the heel. This is the key point. For the fidget spinner, this part shifted back, right? You're going to replicate that with here to here. The heel is not lifting up, and so the weight is here. You're going to feel that transferring to the heel. Okay, do not lift up the heel, guys. When the heel lifts up, you can try this too. When the heel lifts up, the body starts to stop itself with the front side of the thigh. This is a huge no because this front side of the muscle, thigh, is what we use to stop ourselves. 1, 2. Use for redirecting. 1, 2. When you're running down the hill, you're partially stopping yourself with the front side of the thigh. Nobody's sprinting down using the back side at a hill, right? So this is a stopping muscle. Please remember that. So going back to the topic, from here, if you do this, I think you're going to feel this heaviness at the front side of the thigh. However, when you keep the heel on the floor and you go down, this isn't being pressured as much. So make sure the knee slides down, and as this happens, not only does the top side go down, you also have to feel the weight moving back to the heel. Okay? This is what gives this front momentum. Now you can use the heel to push yourself forward. If you don't understand this, please watch this repeatedly and try to break down what I'm saying, because having this detail and not having it is it makes a huge difference. So please, I'm going to say it one more time. There's your knee, there's your weight right here. So this is the one end of the fidget spinner, this is the other end, this is the middle. What's happening is the top side is dropping, and not only does if the top side just drops, then this is what's happening, just this. But what you want to do is make this the center and move like this, right? This versus this. So what you like to do is internally move the weight from here to here, and the knee is physically moving, creating a fidget spinner-like motion, different from this. The heel lifted up, the weight hasn't gone down. So please watch this over and over. Let me explain the application now. Also, I provide private and group lessons online, so if you'd like to check that out, please check it out from this link up above. The first week for the group lesson is free, so why don't you give it a try? Let's continue with the video. So in order to apply this kind of drop into a normal, normal movement, punches, kicks, and stuff, if you let the back leg follow this, then you can step in with the drop here. And you can, follow it with the punch, whatever it is. If you don't want to make the back leg follow it, that's okay too. You can just lead the hand to it. Use this flow, bring it up to the upper body, and punch with the back hand, punch with the front hand. I can show it to you. From here, you can go use this drop here, here. You can, gain some distance from here, here, here. You can use it for kicks too. Same thing, fidget spinner, kick. So whatever it is, it's possible. With the step in, you can just step in, do the same thing. So please, this is a very important concept in the dropping section. And yeah, you can practice this in katas, kumite, in sports too. I can't think of it on top of my head right now, but if you have any ideas, please jot down in the comment section below, and I'm sure you guys have ideas and questions, so please ask me it in the comment section below. If you'd like to learn these kind of deep, untold secrets of karate, then please subscribe to my channel and check out my online group and private lessons as well. I will see you in my next week Karate Technique Tuesday episode.